Test.
That's good. Clear. Good. Shalom, Israel. With ICBK, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohana, start off 1969. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We're not associated with any other Israelite group. We are under Commanding General Yohana, home of the truth, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And we're teaching the Lashawan qadash class here in Greenville, South Carolina. Glad you can join us. So guys, make sure you get your mayam and the mayan, your wine and your water, your mayam, and make sure that you have your Hebrew chart up or you studied it, and the ancient Hebrew and the Syrian Hebrew. We're going to go over that a little bit. We want to talk a little bit about this. We got this evil Esau,
Right.
you know, and we're going to bring up a few words to show you that we understand who he is. You know, we understand who Esau is. We understand what's going on. Why? We the children of Israel, we understand who we are. It's the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And they want to try to join us, but they can't, and they're mad.
Right.
Always trying to change the narrative of something, you know, especially after that Alabama brawl, they call it. Really wasn't a brawl to me. It was the defense of the black man.
Right.
Simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Anyway, we're gonna get into class. We'll say, how about Shem, how shy Baraka, thumb to all my brothers. And for the sisters, make sure you have a head cover over your head. Yahweh Shema Alatha Hashem Yahweh Shai to all my sisters, Alathan. That's plural. And we'll get into that a little bit, so maybe some pluralities here. But this class is where you learn. So when you get into Sabbath service tomorrow, we'll have our guys read the Sabbath services in the Tanakh, in the real Tanakh. You got a Tanakh over there?
No,
brother. See, we're going to show you what we get down with. We just don't read English, man. We read out of what? We read out of the Tanakh.
Right.
That thing. Okay? That's the real Hebrew. That's the Hebrew as was found on scrolls. Can you see this? Yeah. As found on scrolls, man. See that right there? See that writing? See that? See all that writing right there? We actually read that. We won't play up here. We ain't reading English.
Right.
We reading this, the Tanakh, right here. And that's what our officers, that's why our officers learn the Hebrew English Tanakh translated. That's why our officers learn this, because if you want to understand the Hebrew, you have to understand, if you want to understand the Bible, you have to understand the Hebrew. So we learn and we read this as required. And ICBK, you know, we're not fake camps out here, man. We do the real thing. So that's why we have Hebrew class. That's why we have young men, troopers, and officers to come up to read the Hebrew. Everybody reads it up there. We don't discriminate against anybody, do. So when you want to learn how to read Hebrew, you come to class, and Lashawan qadash class, and you come also to Sabbath services, and we'll teach you how to read the proper Hebrew. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we're going to start out tonight, and we're going to show you the Hebrew reads from right to left. We got people in the chat. As you join the chat, make sure Officer Shar puts in the chat. Okay, good. That he puts in that if you want to get credit for tonight's class and other classes, so we keep tab on that. We have people that are assigned to keep tab on that to join our classes, so you can get the appropriation of classes fixed for 6 months, I believe, to get your Hebrew name, right?
Right.
And then you can learn and understand. And as you do that, you can be learning the ancient Hebrew as we're teaching right here. Hebrew reads from right to left. We read Hebrew, and the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew, right? So we read it from right to left. So understand that. So when you're reading Ah Bagada Awazakataya Kala Manasa, then we say Ah Bagada Awazakataya Kala Manasa. You're reading the same thing. Hebrew in the ancient looks very much different than the Hebrew in the Assyrian, but they sound exactly the same.
Right.
And the difference is the Hebrew up top here in the ancient has connectors. Got an upside down U and a right side up U. Those are connectors. Independent connectors and dependent connectors. And as we go in class, we'll show you that as we go, teaching it along with words and phrases. In this case, we're going to start to get heavily involved. I'm trying to show you that this Esau oppressor out here is against the Most High's people, right? We'll have you read the scripture in a second here.
Okay.
But who is the devil? Who's the devil? What you call him? I mean, just use another name.
Caucasian man.
The Caucasian with the Esau, right?
Right,
the
right.
oppressor, right?
Right.
That's the real devil. And what does devil mean?
He's a liar and deceiver.
Liar, deceiver, right?
Right.
Because when we read the Hebrew, we try to spell his name. He's a deceiver. He's evil, isn't he?
Right.
And this word right here, we're going to use this word rai. Rai actually represents this word here. Can you read this here? Evil.
Yeah, you can see that.
Esau is evil, man. Let's look up this word here. I mean, not look it up, but let's write it down. Rai, right? And we'll put a connector here. We'll join all that sound together. That word evil. Esau is what? We'll go over some basics here for people going into class. And this is the Assyrian writing. Where do we get this from? Right here. The word ba. I mean the sound ba. Then we get an I over here. You put them together, you have Rai. That'll be evil. And Esau is what? Evil? Right?
Right.
Okay. Let's look at this here. Let me slot a second here. But that's what we like to understand as people get in the chat. Let's see here. What we at here? Let's look something up here real quick. Go ahead. Got some people typing in the chat. You go ahead and
not yet.
I want you to get for me. We're going to read a little bit about Esau. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49 here. Let's get that, okay? We're gonna show you these people over here that would dare get on a boat dock and attack one of our brothers, man. We have to spell out these words that he is, so you'll understand when you read it in the Bible. You'll understand who the oppressor is. You'll understand who Esau is, right?
Right.
You'll understand all that. I mean, don't you think that's important to know? There's a lot of people out there in this world, they take it for granted. Oh, that's just it's one of your brothers. He's not our brother. Is he not?
Right.
He is, man. He ain't one of our brothers, man. Esau is not our brother.
Right.
He's as a matter of fact, he came out of the same womb. As a matter of fact, give me Genesis. Go back to Genesis before you go to that one. Give me Genesis 25, officer.
Okay.
Give me that, please. Grab that and go start at that story, and then let's read about it. Go all the way back and the 21. And, and go all the way at least to 25, okay? 21 through 25.
Right.
Go ahead, take your time.
Genesis 25 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
Right. Well, what does that mean? He entreated the Lord. Isaac. Who is Isaac? Isaac is the son. He was the son of Abraham.
Right.
Abraham had at least 7 sons. One of them was Isaac, and one of them was Ishmael, also, who's the son and father of all of the nations of the Arabs, right?
Right.
But he's not the 12 tribes of Israel progenitor.
Right.
But Isaac is. Go ahead, read. The Most High, I'm sorry, read that again.
And Isaac entreated of the Lord for his wife.
Yeah, right. In other words, he wanted to know, look, we need a son up in here. That's pretty much what that means. Go ahead.
And because she was barren.
She was what?
Barren.
What does it mean to be barren?
Good. That means it's difficult to bring forth a child.
In this context.
Right.
Well, barren means that I can accept your connotation, but it doesn't mean difficult to bring forth a child. It just means that, but that is the outcome of that.
Right,
Barren just simply means you don't have anything. You can't bear children.
Right. Okay.
But barren, or you don't have a child.
Right.
You're barren.
Right.
Or you don't have children. You're
Right.
barren. And you can look that word up too, by the way. Matter of fact, look that word up.
Okay.
Let's make sure we get it right here. Yeah, look that word up.
It's the definition of barren.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the one. Like, no, that ain't it. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is.
Go ahead.
It's definition of barren. Producing or incapable of producing offspring.
Right. Incapable
Right.
of bearing, producing. You can't. In other words, in this particular instance, that's what it means.
Right.
Incapable. I can use that one right there. And Isaac was incapable of producing any offspring. We got. And go ahead. What we got in there?
We got a young man Meach from the Bay Area.
Okay, good. Young man Meach, right.
And we got Rock the Zoc taking it.
Rock the Zoc, glad they clap it up for them brothers, right? How about showing how Shad rock a thumb to her brothers, man? That's a salute. Of course, young man Meach, you keep standing in class, get sure. We're gonna call you young man Meach. And this young man Meach is a young man from the Bay Area?
Oh, okay.
Okay, what tribe you from? Young man Meach. Type it in the chat. I mean, because I've seen you've been in the chat there for a couple times. Or if you can hear me okay, type it in the chat. What tribe are you from? You know. But anyway, Esau and Edom. I believe that Esau, that's Ashawa.
Right.
Ashawa is his name. You know. Edom. Okay. Esau. That's how you say it. All right.
Right.
Okay. Does he type it in there?
Not just yet.
Okay. I'm just, I ask everybody that, so don't get alarmed too much about it. I want to know a little bit about you. Or what, are you in school? And you said young man, are you in one of the schools out there? That's what I'm really asking. We'll make sure you get in one of the schools, right? Plus, he's definitely attending our class out here, right?
Yeah, right.
And that's good. That's what we want from this Bay Area, correct? Yeah, I mean, that's how we do it, man. But anyway, Esau, Ashawa, and Edom is Adawam. It's Adawam. That means more like red.
Right.
Okay. Adawam. Let's spell that. Let's see. Can they see that?
Yeah, you can
See everything I'm doing over here?
Yeah, it's gonna look pretty good.
Okay. Adawam. And I'm writing this in the down in the Adawam. I'm writing this down in the ancient Hebrew. Okay? And I can write it down in the Assyrian in a second here.
Right.
What we got? Did he say? Okay.
Oh, not that.
It doesn't. And we'll get back with you. All right. Where we at? Let's read that story, man. To tell the story, we're gonna tell the story of what these people look like who would dare attack. I mean, it was 7 of them.
Yeah.
Right? 7, man. That's Shabbat. Right? Shabbat. Adawam. Shabbat Esau's. Well, actually, that's Edom. We'll say Edom right here. Okay. Or that's actually Edom. Hands not doing right today. Oh man. Okay, that's better. Edom, Idawam. It's like a. But anyway, read. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
And the Lord was entreated of him.
The Lord was entreated of him. Go ahead.
And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
And Rebekah was who?
Isaac's wife.
Isaac's wife, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her.
These children, what children, man? We're talking about the children of Jacob, which is the progenitor of all the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what you want to know.
Right.
And Jacob and Esau, right?
Right.
So we'll write Jacob up here. And there were 2 babies in Rebekah's womb. That's what you got to understand, right?
Right.
Jacob. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Mm-hmm. In other words, read that again. I'm sorry.
Oh. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Right. Why am I feeling this way, man?
Right.
Why is it supposed to be an entreated blessing that you're supposed to say, okay, I'll do y'all. I'll give y'all what you need.
Right.
Why is it coming out like that? I mean, why am I going through a pregnancy like this, right?
Right.
That's what he's saying. So see, like this. Okay, what else is here? Yaquab, right? Yaquab, I'm sorry.
Right.
Your eye. And then it's I got a qua.
Right.
There's a qua. There it is right there. So he used to write in Syrian then. Yaquab. Okay. That's Jacob. Them the 2 wrestling in that womb.
Right.
Finish reading. Why am I feeling? In other words, a mom, she's supposed to, in other words, if I'm blessed, how come my pregnancy's not going easy?
Right.
I tell you why it's not going easy, because you got the same way that fight was out there in Birmingham, Alabama, that struggle that we had to go through right there.
Right.
They got a fight in this womb right there.
Okay. That's it.
Esau, Idawam, Jacob, Yaquab, going through a struggle and battle and fight in that woman's womb, man, in Rebekah's womb, right? And she's going through a fight because the Most High is getting ready to separate these twins. And they were fraternal twins, and they ain't look alike. The Lord was going to separate them.
Right.
Let me separate these. And I can't have these. I can't have this one hanging out with this one.
Right.
Why? Let's read the story. Go ahead.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Yeah, she went to just offer herself, man, and just get off in her little woman prayer,
Right.
just like she said, Yahweh Shabbat Thabah Shimmy How Shah. She was saying to the Lord, I'm entreating, hey, what's going on here? Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
How many?
2 nations.
Mm-hmm. What's the word for 2? Shanya. Right?
Right.
So the word for 2 is what? Shanya. So we'll say Shanya. What? What's nation?
Nation.
Right there. Gawayam. Shanya ga wa yum. Ga wa yum. Right?
Right.
That means what? What does that mean? I say again?
Nations.
2 nations, man. Now that if you want to know the definition of a nation, so that's like 2 nationalities, right?
Right.
So let's put it up here. 2 nations, right? Or 2 nationalities. Now, what's a nationality? Let's just tell you. Let's just tell you. Let's good. Let's just tell you that. What? Give me a nationality other than yourself, other than the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanic, and Native. We are the nation of Israel.
Right.
Give me another nationality. Ham. Moab. All right. Chinese. Right.
Right.
What else?
Ammon.
Ammon. Who are they?
Ammon is the Japanese.
Ammon's the Japs. The one with them slanted eyes.
Right.
Them yanks. I mean, that's, hell, ain't my brother. You know, but the Shanya, 2 nations. That's what this was. A lot of people. So we 2 nations, and then you got to understand that. Well, if the Most High, why are they 2 nations? Because He separated them.
Right.
Badalka.
Right.
Tear it. Let's tear this thing here. That's what badal means, to tear,
right,
or to separate. And when you get to separate, it comes out. He's going to make 1 nation qadash, which is holy. Another nation, rai, evil.
Right.
That's really what that means. That's what's going on in the womb. The Most High separating Shanya Gawayam. He's separating these 2 nations. Why? Because they ain't gonna be. The Most High don't want them people around us. Finish reading what you got.
No. And 2 nations are in our womb.
2 nations in your womb. That's why you're going through this. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated.
2 what manner of people?
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 different people.
Right.
All right. 2 nations. That's 18 nations. But in this case, there were 2 different nations. Now, come on now. That's almost an impossibility nowadays.
Right.
You got 2 nations in the womb, and 1 womb is like, first time I ever heard it. What, when you have a child, like your dad got a twin,
right?
Same nation. Their mother had and daddy had their children,
right,
came from that seed, But the Most High said, all right, Isaac, you're gonna have seed over here, but I'm gonna separate these seeds.
Right.
I'm gonna separate this nation. They can't live together. I understand that. That makes sense, right? Anybody else in chat?
Not yet.
Okay, good. Anybody have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll try to see if we can answer them for you. Okay, Shanya, Gawayam, 2 nations. Go ahead. 2 nations, because so on that Alabama boat dock over there where they were brawling, but we were defending ourselves.
Right.
We were black men. Jacob. Well, let's get this straight now. Yah Iqab, defending themselves, man. That's what we were doing. We wasn't brawling. Right. A brawl is when they get drunk and they go in and do all of that. What were we doing? We were defending our brother.
Right.
We were defending Jacob against who? Adawam, Esau, Aisha,
right,
or Edom. Okay, Idawam.
Right.
That's what we were doing. Now putting all this in what you call ancient Hebrew. Now we'll make some of them corrections here, not corrections, but some transliterations of ancient Hebrew in a second here. Okay, what else we got?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
The what?
The one people shall be stronger than the other.
Then we showed up and as stronger.
Yeah.
We were stronger. What does that mean? Stronger than the other. When you see a black baby born out of that womb, they got muscles, don't they?
Right.
You ain't playing around. I mean, as they grow up, ain't nobody lift weights. That's just they automatically come out of the womb stronger.
Right.
Stronger mind, stronger muscle, stronger will,
right,
stronger zeal, everything.
Right.
That means they got everything evil. They ain't got no strengths. That's why the Lord had to give them, read later on down the story, had to give them what? A bullet,
Right.
a gun, because they ain't got nothing else.
Right.
So you gonna Isaac looked at him and said, "You pitiful looking son. I'm sorry, you pitiful looking person over here. We're gonna have to give you the weapon, right?
Good.
What about me? They done gave away his birthright because we're getting ahead of the thing. But what about me? Well, I'm gonna have to give you a gun because you can't deal with them. You can't deal. They get ready to box and they get ready to throw feet and throw hands on you. You can't deal with them Jacob, them black boys over there, and Gad and you saw one of them over there, Aquaman over there, lifting somebody off the ground, picking them up, throwing them down on their head. How you gonna deal with that?
Okay.
This is a little 16-year-old boy lifting a grown man up. But anyway, finish reading.
Yeah.
The Most High is describing who Esau is, those people on that dock. This is what you got to know. To some people, this may seem mundane. For some people, it's like, oh, I never heard that before.
Right.
But this is a story that you're reading out of Genesis 25th chapter, 21 through 25, showing you that Esau is an evil man, man. Right. You're dealing with a terror. You're dealing with somebody that's like have no regard for old, have no regard for young. Right. How old was that man on that, man? Who else on the chat right there?
The brother said he's from the tribe of Judah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then we have Officer Kalapazar checking in.
Good. Let's clap up for that. From the tribe of Judah. All right. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Okay. You keep checking in. We'll get you another name. All right. All right. What else now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What I was saying is they were fighting against a 65-year-old man.
Right.
The cowards, 7 of them. Sabai Idawam. That's 7 in Hebrew, Sabai. Idawam. Fighting against who? Jacob. One man, all he was. One black brother. You had 7 Esau oppressors fighting against him. Come on, man, that ain't right. But the Most High showed them. He showed them. And that's what this story, that's what we're telling you. We'll tell you the scene and the scenario. Why are these people so evil? We're going to keep going on. Read.
And the elders shall serve the younger.
The what?
The elders shall serve the younger.
Yeah, and of course it's going to get off to another part. But the elder, that was Esau. Why? Because he came out first.
Right.
Now, he would have had the progenitor of the birthright, but he gave it away for a red boat of pottage. And the Most High looked at him and said, how you going to run the earth? And we see how you run the earth, hitting, beating up 65-year-old men.
Right.
How you going to run the earth and you don't even know how to control yourself on a boat dock? How you going to do that? How you going to be, you go around beating up an old man. Right. That's what Esau did. Of course, we had to defend ourselves. That's what we did. Right? And even if we had to pick up a chair and go whooping on somebody's head, and that's what happened. Right. Come in this school and say, I'm sorry. We ain't Christians.
Right.
We got a bunch of chairs around here, don't we? Right? We got some chairs up in here, man. Show them one of them chairs up in there, God. Show them what a chair look like. Show them what we fold that sucker in the right manner, then show what you gonna do real quick on that. Right? Show them. Yeah. Hell yeah. Show them that. There you go. Yeah, all right. That's enough. That's enough. Clap up your brother like that. In other words, come up here. We're gonna show you what's for up in here. In other words, don't come up here. I will exhaust every means that I can on all these chairs, and I'll bend every last one of them to get every last Esau off of me. Trust me, I'll do it. We ain't playing around up here. This is no Christian church up in here, man. When we out in camp, we ain't playing around. And our black brothers call it the zeal. They call it the spirit, man. The qadash. They call it the zeal. They call it. We named the brother Hakwanayah, the zeal. Right. We ain't playing damn around. We named brother brothers up. We gonna kill somebody. Yeah, right. I mean, we ain't playing around. Let's clap it up for the brother. In other words, you come up in here. You and I should be caved under Commander General Yohana. We're gonna defend ourselves. Right? Read some more.
It's like, and when her days to
to be delivered were fulfilled.
In other words, after what 9 months and back to and blood,
Right. Yeah.
you know, and in 9 months to come by and she ready to deliver, right?
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
They were twins, fraternal twins, of course, Jacob and Esau.
Right.
But the Most High separated the nations, two nationalities. So they really at that point, ain't no damn kin to each other, really. I mean, that's what. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but the Lord did this. I didn't. What is it? What did He do? He said, "There's two nations in your womb." The Lord can do what He wants to do.
Right.
It make it seem like people like to look like it's like that ain't fair. We lost our birthright.
Right.
Why can't we the same nation of you? Osai do what he needs to do, man. Give me Romans 9 and 13.
Yeah.
Give me Romans 9 and 13. Let's show you what the fairness of the Lord. The Most High do what He needs to do. In this case, He separated two nations. You know, Shanya Gawayam. That's two. That's in Hebrew. Shanya Gawayam. Do I need to spell that out? Find that. I'll see what I can do. Let's see here. Shan. There it is right there. Shan Ya. There it is. That's one. Okay. Shan Ya. And then we'll say Ga. Ga. Gawa. You want to say why, right?
Right.
That's that character. Ga, wa, and what we want, yam. Gawa ya is nation, but Gawa yam is nations.
Right.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Gawa ya. Ya, ga, wa, ya. And then we say like that. Yum, ga, wa, yum. Shanya. Two nations. Two nations in the womb. Go ahead. Give me 9 and 13. Read that.
Romans 9 and 13.
Right.
As it is written.
As it's written. What the Bible says. What the Lord. Go ahead.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
He hate Esau, man. He hate Esau. That's why he had to separate, because Esau, you ain't quite right. You like to beat people on boat docks and had the odds 7-1. Finish read.
Verse 14.
Right.
What shall we say then?
What shall we say, man? What should we say about Esau? What we gonna say about him? Read.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is God unrighteous? No, God ain't righteous. He had to separate these two nations and get them on out of it. Because he couldn't have them being around us, man. Go ahead, read.
God forbid.
God forbid. Read.
Verse 15. For he said to Moses,
right,
I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So I'll have mercy on the children of Israel. That's Jacob.
Right.
That's the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The black, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
Right.
The black, the Hispanic, and Native Indians.
Right.
Read.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And the Most High have compassion on whom He wants to.
Right.
That's what they're saying. And so go ahead, read.
Verse 16. So then, is it not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy?
It's God. It's the Most High that does. In other words, if He wants, He put whoever He wants under what nation He wants. And that's how that happened.
Right.
In other words, He do what He want to do. He has to, because He has the forethought and ruler and king of the universe. He can put little pieces of shits in their place. Right. That's what's part of my language. That's what it is. People who rebellious ass people, He can put them in their place. Right? He can put them in there so that they'll learn how to act right. Right? He'll put them there. He has to teach people. He has to teach Esau that you're going to be a good slave. But you sure ain't gonna rule this nation and rule the universe no more. But right now they got the rulership. Anyway, any more on that? No. That's it on that. Going back to Genesis, I believe that's where we were. Wow.
All right.
Right.
Verse 25.
Right.
And the first came out red.
Came out what?
out red.
Give me that red. Yeah. Came out red.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
All over like an hairy garment.
It came out all over like a hairy garment. What does that mean? The Most High is doing what? What does that mean? A lot of people talk about color ain't in the Bible. Did they say? What does that really mean?
Blood was showing through the skin.
He was red. I had a picture in my I don't have it right now.
Right.
I had a picture where they were being sunburned.
Yeah,
Man, they look redder than this cup right here. About that red, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not showing you that to show you that, the Lord's hate these colors. It's just showing you what he had to describe Esau some sort of way.
Right.
Like a hairy garment, red all over, right? Go ahead, finish reading.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
And what does Esau mean? Anybody? What you got? What does Esau mean, Sharp?
Wasted away.
Wasted the absolute way. What does that mean?
Wasted away.
What does that mean?
I mean,
How does he be wasted away? Go ahead.
you have no purpose.
Go ahead, Sharp. Go ahead. You ain't got no purpose, man. Let's have no direction in life. No reason to exist. He's just a red M&M and a damn chocolate Reese bag. What we call them? M&M bag? That's all he about worth. You can pick him up, throw him away. Step on it. Because, anybody, all that man, what was that man doing in Alabama? Doc, man, just trying to do his job. Tell him, get out of the way, man. So you want to endanger the life of all these people on this boat, man.
Right.
I mean, in other words, what else could he say? You're talking about a man, listen, I'm older than his, and I can imagine. If that had been me, I ain't gonna say I wish it would be. If that had been me, that'd have been a whole lot of shaking going on up in there, man. I've been at Hebrew Academy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just how that energy was when he walked up to him and how they retaliated so quick. That wasn't the first time he said something to that white folks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's told them multiple times to move that damn boat.
Move the boat. You can tell, and when he was saying, he was doing like this. I done told you why, because I got a job to do.
Right.
When they start, I'm not a boatman, but I know when you got another boat in the way, you can't have two boats inhabiting the same place. That boat has a docking place. You saw those logs up there where they dock.
Right.
This a specific place where people can get off. And why they up there? I guess because Esau wants to be defiant because he's Rai. What does Rai mean again?
Right.
Evil. He's evil, right?
Right.
There ain't nothing special about it. He's just evil. Why do you think the Most High said, 2 nations in your womb? How come not one nation? How come we ain't part of y'all? How come Esau ain't part of them? Because the Most High said, we just read in 9:13, get these people as far away from my people as possible. We're going to go over that tomorrow. We're going to read a little bit about that. But anyway, he's saying 2 nations in your womb. They read all over. What else on that? Any more on that?
And they called his name Esau.
Called him Esau, which means wasted away. That it on that?
Right.
That's it on that, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it on that. That's
That's damn near like leprosy.
Huh?
So that's damn near like leprosy.
Yeah, that's different. Esau wasted away. A lot of people said, in other words, don't ask me why you were born to Esau. I don't ask the Lord. When I was back there getting beat, kicked, slapped all down in slavery on those slave boats, carted off and shipped over here, ain't nobody told me I was blessed.
Right.
Matter of fact, what they tell us?
They tried to reach out the slave part of the Bible that obey your masters.
Slaves. Yeah, I did a class on that. Slave, obey your masters. We ain't gonna get into that, but this is what they want because they want to keep their hope alive.
Right.
Like we even got some of our people, Jesse Jack, talking about keep hope alive. Right? But that's but also give me 2 Maccabees 7:31. The author of all mischief is Esau.
2 Maccabees
7:31. He's the author of all mischief, man. He's, in other words, mischievous, man. His father is the devil. That's who you really want to know. What I said, 2 Maccabees
7:31.
Yeah, anybody got it?
I got it.
Go ahead.
2 Maccabees 7:31. And thou that has been in the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
Oh, say read that again, man. Take your time, read that, break that down, read that loud and clear, Bible for shot.
And thou that has been the author of all mischief.
The author of all mischief is who?
Esau.
Esau.
Right.
And what else? Read.
Against the Hebrews.
Against the Hebrews.
Right.
Sure. Give me Exodus 5:3. Let's find out who these Hebrews are, man. Go ahead. Ibarium. Go ahead, finish reading.
Shall not escape the hands of God.
The Most High said, you ain't gonna escape from here. Hey, they couldn't even escape the hands of that brother Aquaman and another brother, the blue shirt. That brother was throwing down some wicked lefts and rights, man. He was knocking people back. Well, you got the Hebrews. Describe who the Hebrews. What is it? Exodus 5:3.
5:1-3.
Exodus 5:3.
Exodus, this book, Exodus chapter 5:3. And they said,
right,
the God of the Hebrews.
God of the what?
Of the Hebrews.
Of the God of the Hebrews, man. Read.
Have met with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let us go, we pray thee. 3 days journey into the desert.
Moses was sitting there talking about and saying that our God has met with the Hebrews.
Right.
So we describe it. So go back there in 5. Go 5. Just Exodus 5:1. Just read 1 and then bring it down to that. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get the gist of this. Read Exodus 5:1.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 5:1.
Right.
And after Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, this saith the Lord God of Israel.
Right, God of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Let my people go.
Say, let my people go, man. In other words, this is going back into Pharaoh's days. That's why we still having this stuff happening up and on this side of Egypt, man. We got the second Egypt going on right now. Go ahead, read.
Right. That they may hold a feast unto me.
All we want to do is hold our feast, and we're going to hold in September. Feast of Tabernacles. We're blowing of the trumpets, okay? All right, go ahead, read.
In the wilderness,
verse 2. Yeah, so now you know it's talking about the God of the who? Read.
Of the Hebrews.
God of the Hebrews, man. That's what the officer just got through reading. The God of the Hebrews, that's the blacks, Hispanic, and Native. We're speaking Hebrew right now, right? Abanawa, Shabashimaya. We're speaking Hebrew right now. And so we're reading Hebrew on the board. We're showing you we worship the God of the Hebrews.
Right.
And we are the Hebrews.
Right.
Okay, and that's why Edom ain't part of the Hebrews. But you got them Yiddish people over there. What are they doing? They trying to speak it, but they ain't got it, man. They ain't got it. I think you were saying last week, they're saying, man, why do they hide themselves? But they can't. They got the Most High exposing them. In other words, it's too that hiding themselves is gone. Right. That's gone now. That Yiddish stuff, we know who that is. Who else? The Jewish. Yeah. We know who the Jews are. I mean, the real Jews and the Jewish. We know who that is. Right. Finish reading on there. Where you at? You backed up on that what?
You want me to finish Genesis or Second Maccabees?
That's Second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees.
7 and something 31.
7:31. I'm gonna read that in.
Oh yeah, at the end. Yeah.
That has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God.
The Most High say that. Read that real quick again for me. I'm sorry, we had got off track there a little bit. God 7:31.
Second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees.
7:31.
Right.
And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
That's what Esau is.
Right.
Against the Hebrews. Go ahead, read.
Shall not escape the hands of God.
He ain't going to escape the hands of God. Go ahead, read.
For we suffer because of our sins.
We do what?
We suffer because of our sin.
Because of what we did, right?
Right.
Deuteronomy says, if you don't do what I ask you, Most High is going to release these, what do you call them? Foolish people, evil people against us. Go ahead.
Right. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants.
Okay, and again, eventually, if you keep the law, statutes, commandments, he's going to be at one again with you, man. Just drop that. That's good, right? Yeah. But that's what it's saying. The Most High is going to be with you, man. All you got to do is do what? Just keep the law, statutes, and commandments like you're supposed to. You already the progenitor. You're already the Most High. You already Jacob. Right. You ain't got to do. That's why I don't understand a whole lot of these fake groups out here, man. These purple, what do you call them? Purple pigs.
Pigs.
But what do you call them?
Purple pigs.
Purple pigs. Fake. You want to be, because see, if you're not doing what the Most High say, if you're not doing what the Most High say, and you may be Jacob, but not all Israel is Israel.
Right.
You are and not only the purpose, all these other crazy groups out there.
Right.
You wasting the time of somebody that you have put into some fake group, and now they can't even they're trying to break away from you. Let them break. Hey man, this is what's going on in some of these fake camps out there. But we don't get involved there. We're gonna get back on Esau. Esau wanted to do what? Wanted to go up there and be against the Hebrews, man. Right. He wanted to be against. This one man, all he tried to do is just do his job. And then you had, I think you were saying before, like he had been talking to him over and over again, man. Get off the loading dock, man. Get your stuff out the way. See, Esau got what? How much money, Esau? How much money? Who owns a boat up in here? Everybody own a boat up in here? I ain't got no money for no boat. My bank can't pay my rent. I can't eat steak. I gotta eat beans and what else? What else I can?
Noodles.
Beans.
Noodles. Can't forget noodles.
Beans, noodles, what else? beans and mixed noodles. We got to scrap bread together. We can't afford no manna.
Chicken
sandwich. And we can't afford a boat, man. And these people are so arrogant, man. They got boats and eat steak at the bar. What we got?
Sweet.
I mean, we got clean, kosher food. Don't get me wrong.
We got corner stores. Yeah.
We
got corner stores with pickle feet. We got Chinese store around the corner.
Yeah. We're supporting these other nations up in here.
Yeah.
But hey, we ain't got no money to be going out here buying no boat and telling people to move off no damn dock. We ain't got that arrogance like that. We ain't arrogant anyway.
Right.
That ain't us anyway. I mean, our people, we're pretty polite people. Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But why Esau want to be like that? Cause what did Donald Trump say? He want to do what? Make what?
Make America great again.
Make America great again. That's what he's talking about, right? What you saw on that dock right there. Let's think about this. What you saw on that dock is what he wants to make America great again, right?
Right.
He wants to make America great so that they can go around kicking people, hitting people. They had that one film. I don't know if somebody we'll get it tomorrow. Go around beating up this guy. When I saw that, I remember seeing this years ago. You know why he was beating that older man in that neighborhood? Wow. All Esau. This ain't Esau's first rodeo of hurting people, right? Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49 and 50. I think we were on there. Give me 50. Deuteronomy 28 and 50. We got anybody in the chat asking anything? What do you got? Will you guys like and share the class? Check in your class, get your Hebrew name credit, and make sure you do that. Like and share the class, and share it with some other people, because there's people all over reading that wants to participate and understand the class. And we're talking about some Hebrew words here that are associated with that happening. That happened a little while back. What you got?
Deuteronomy 28:50.
Right.
Deuteronomy 28:50.
Right.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of what?
Of fierce countenance.
Hold it a minute. What fierce? That word is esau.
Right.
Fierce. What does that mean, man? Look that word up.
Fierce countenance.
All right.
What's a fierce countenance? Anybody? Or Isaiah. Over here. I and then Zah.
It's the definition of fierce.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got? What is a fierce?
Having or displaying an intense or ferocious or aggressiveness.
That's Esau. Isn't that what you saw?
Right.
Isaiah.
Right.
Fierce. What does countenance mean? You found out it means panayam, which is what panayam means is face.
Right.
Panayam means face, but panayam is like countenance. Same word. They said different words, but they have the same meaning.
Right.
Okay. Panayam. What did I say? Read that. Read that again. Finish reading that.
The rest of scripture.
Uh-huh.
Which shall not regard the person of old or the young, or show favor to the young.
Say that again.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
And what did we see?
Oh, it was fighting old people.
Hey, out there fighting old people. Go ahead.
They said the man that jumped on when it was like 64, 65.
65 years old.
You got Esau on the boat and the black man working for the boat company. God damn.
Oh man.
I can't even do his job because
He can't even do his job. You know.
All right. This is like stupid, man. It's like and we can't do our job out here. They want to jump on you for doing your job.
I mean, they see us working, trying to do it, but they want to jump on us.
Damn.
You know, how they gonna jump on a person and all he's doing is directing and telling them things? I mean, and it's just like when you go to your job, man, say, what do you want me to do? And if I start beating your ass, throwing down hands, you know, and then would that be better? Would it be easier for me to slap you across the head when I come in and just automatically slap you? I mean, we don't condone violence like that, man. But you don't think we're gonna defend ourselves? You gotta be out of your mind.
Huh? Read that again.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Uh-huh.
which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
God dang.
Isn't that what you saw?
Man. Right here.
like for me.
Go ahead.
Them Edomites had to be drunk, man, with the wine of Babylon.
That's why they think it's a brawl.
All right.
Because they were.
Right.
But we came in there, and don't get me wrong.
Countenance or face. That's what this word means. Nayam. And this is, of course, I wrote this one in Assyrian, just so we can show you some Assyrian up here. Okay, and of course the rest of it's in ancient. But you say, what were you saying? Say it again.
I said them Edomites had to be drunk with wine in Babylon to even try that. Like Negroes wasn't gonna do nothing.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
And they want to say that, this is the brawl of the boat dock. Because they were drunk.
Right.
I'm assuming. Right. All right. You know how you saw, man. He started taking off his shirt and stuff. He just
You got no socks.
they beat somebody out of their crocs, didn't he? You know, when I first saw it, when I first saw it, I'm gonna let you know this. I thought they were the flippers, you know, they go through the water, the frog feet.
Yeah.
I had to look close. I said, what the hell's going on? I
I guess Aquaman must have put a number on him, man.
Yeah.
You know, and but here they read that again, Dad. Read that. See that again. Deuteronomy what?
Deuteronomy 28 and 50.
Go ahead, read that.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
They didn't give a damn if you were old or young. So I had a 16-year-old over there. As a matter of fact, we had the gambit.
Right.
They ain't care. We still. So when he came over there, then they we done met the wrong one. We done met the wrong people up in here. We done met the wrong. Oh Lord, what had to? He had a guy with 2 black eyes.
Yeah, 2 black guys and nose look like goddamn Pinocchio and busting lip and scratches everywhere.
Yeah, in other words, we done met the wrong Jacobs up in here.
Right.
We done met the wrong one. This is. I bet they look at each other and say, "This ain't the one." I thought we was gonna meet. I thought we gonna meet somebody easy. Go ahead.
It's like if I make this up.
Go ahead.
So it's been trending lately on Instagram. They've been getting feedback from random Edomites that saw it, and those Edomites are on black folks' side with it. They say y'all white folks done messed up, man. Y'all really did. Like y'all done got piped up off that song. What that song was?
Try that in the small
Try
town.
that in a small town.
I mean, hey, listen. I kind of heard that song the first time.
I never heard it.
I'm saying to myself, try it in a small town. Like that's like a hate crime song.
Hey,
Like who are you to come up here and say try it? What's a small town gonna do? You're still gonna get your butt handed to you.
right.
They're still gonna beat you up, man. I mean, big black people. This stuff right here, we don't go through the neighborhood. Listen. That video that you saw of a black man walking through a white community or Esau community.
Yeah.
Let's use the words we will be in the right way of saying it. Adawam community, the Esau, the oppressor,
right.
His community. That was a black man. That was like a propaganda or don't walk through our towns.
Right.
Don't walk through our streets. Man had a nice suit, and they wanted to beat him up, to show him that we don't condone his truck. This is what he's trying to say. Don't come through our towns. That's what was it, Jason Aldean?
Yeah.
Jason Arrogant Aldean.
Yeah.
Come through talking about don't try this in a small town. Man, what is it? Don't he know that one of them nations in that womb was stronger than the other?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try that. Try that right there. Esau understood. He understood now. See, you did this one on, and it was about 50 of them. It was at least 50 back in this. That was like supposed to scare black people back then. Why you think this is this? You know what people don't understand. Why do you think the people from the South moved up north? Online, in the chat, in the room. Why do you think they moved up there? Come on, y'all talk to them.
Right now or back in the day?
Back in the day, why you think families moved up there?
Like Shalaki, goddamn Shalaki by me. Steve Edomites goddamn had laws against us everywhere we goddamn turned. And didn't want you in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want you to do nothing. Couldn't do nothing. We have a green book.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an answer, but let's move on to an even higher answer. Go ahead. Anybody? Anybody in the chat? Why did people, I'm going to tell you why, because I lived back then. Why did people in the South migrated to the North? Chicago, Boston, Cincinnati. Go ahead.
To separate from them.
To separate from them, that's exactly right. And why?
Ain't like
Exactly. Let's listen. We'll clap it up for both the answers. Now let me give you an even magnanimous answer, if I may.
All right.
Because back down then we had got tired of the hangings, tired of the beatings, tired of the abuse. So some of our people, I had started some of our people killed some of those Esau's back then.
All right.
I don't mean I'm sorry, unalive some of them. We unalived some of them back then.
Right.
and they had to move up there. They wouldn't take that shot. They took their gun, their rifles,
Right.
and they changed somebody's story down there.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. See, they got that equalizer, and then they had to take on off. That's why.
Right.
And plus, they said, oh, we got better opportunities, better jobs. Yeah. For the most part, they took care of Esau, and they had to get out of there.
Yeah.
They were fugitives.
Right. They wanted it.
They had to. That's the real.
That's crazy.
That's the real. Ain't nobody just because down there, people had some of our black people had. They were tired of sharecropping. They were tired of going through all this. They were tired of going and getting dragged down and beat up by Esau, Adawan. So our people. Go ahead. Our people said, I'm tired of that. And I've heard stories I just heard stories that people where they had their granddaddy, great granddaddy, then killed somebody, and they say he walked up there. He had to hitchhike, but that's what happened, man. From Mississippi all the way to Chicago.
Right.
It's obvious that he got out of there because his life was wanted. They wanted him to kill him. And there were a lot of incidents like that. We got out of there, man. Go ahead.
It's like if I could. Like a lot of people don't understand that we always defended ourselves.
Yeah.
Like they don't remember all those slave revolts that we had. There's so many you can't even really count them. They don't even understand that.
That's what General Mine was saying. This is not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We wasn't just laying down that easy.
Yeah, we didn't just lay down. Why do you think I said our people moved up there?
Right.
You can still interview us. They would have to be old. They're older than me.
Right.
They would have to be older than me.
Yeah.
Now I'm just a little child. I'm just a little tyke.
Right.
But they had our people moved up there because they done took a bat or a gun and buried somebody in a well or killed somebody. And you see them stories would say, you better leave right now. They're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Those stories are real. And Nat Turner. There's a lot of Nat Turners back then.
Yeah.
That's what you need to understand, that our people, and it's getting more prevalent now, our people, since the invention of the cell phone, we ain't playing around no more.
Right.
I mean, this is like you saw one picture, one thing that says they would hang us, man, just for walking on the same sidewalk and looking at the Caucasian or Edomite or Adawam women. And these stories are true, yo. You just take it for granted, but this is real stuff, man.
Right.
I told you stories like, but anyway, that's what the two nations. That one nation was Adawam, Edom, and the other one was Jacob. The Most High had to separate that, man. He had to separate it because he got tired of. Our people got tired of that. Go ahead. Read Deuteronomy. What we at 50?
Yeah.
Where you past that?
The second Maccabees?
Right.
Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 20. Oh, you want to go past it? Or just read it over?
What's past that?
H-I-E. No, I ain't gonna say it.
No. Go ahead, read that. Start over. 49, 50.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
Here's countenance, man.
You want me to read 49?
Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly.
These is part of the curses that we had to go through, man. What?
It's a lot of words.
Go ahead and read. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Tell you how these curses started. That's what happened, man. The Most High set us up. Give me Job. Earth is given in the hand of the wicked. What does that say? 9:24. Yeah, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Right, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken. What does it mean to listen diligently? In other words, if we would listen to the Most High, we would not have been in all of the problems that we have now.
Right.
Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee.
And that's what Moses was trying to do when he told told Pharaoh, look, man, we're going to get up there and do our commandments, man. We ain't got time to be sitting up here looking at your Tutankhamun gods and your Cyrus gods and, because all these nations, man, including Esau, now we're talking about the nation of Ham, right? The Pharaohs, the Canaanites, the Canaanite. What was I saying? The Canaanite. Go ahead, read that.
It's like which I command you thee this day,
Right.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
The Most High said He's gonna set us above all the nationalities, right? Because the two nations, one of those nations was Esau, and said, "Look, they definitely ain't gonna be nothing." And but that other nation was us, and all the other nations. The Most High said, "I'll set you on high if you do like I asked you to."
Right.
Now, who is the earth given into?
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given to the who?
The wicked.
The wry, the evil, them people. The hand of the wicked, man. Anything on that? Anything on that?
Yes. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah. He covered in other words, he would put a Esau, I don't have Esau's picture. He would put Esau's picture in front of us, and then he would cover the faces of the judges, man.
Right.
In other words, instead of the greatest judge that ever lived, that's the Most High Christ. He's going to put Caesar Borgia up there and let him be a what?
Right.
Let him be a Christ. Right. And that's where our people in the churches right now talking about some usher board meeting and some BTU, which I never understood. I ain't never understood that, man. I don't understand a building fund that lasts forever. I mean, come on now. Y'all, I guess some of that. That's why I guess, and my hat's off to you, man. Some people like, they ain't never been in church long enough to even understand it. But I should go in there and see a little board, BTU, and what the hell is this, man? Say when why they always got their hand looking out? One thing that never got broke down in that church, and that was that basket. That money they collected, the money ain't never had a hole in it, ever. They'll throw that away and get a new basket in a minute. They collecting them dollars. I think it was one lady was online and say, "We bought an iron just to iron out the dollars." I mean, these people crazy, man. Sitting up there giving your money away to foolishness. And that's what we read in Deuteronomy. The Most High said, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15, I think. But this is where the curses started, man, when we didn't want to obey the Most High. This is why we have people chasing us around on a dock and wanting to attack a fierce council, wanting to attack a 65-year-old man. Read what the Most High do to us. Because he's given, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, what it said, right?
Right.
But before all that happened, I mean, all it had to do is just do what? I mean, this is what precipitated this. Before the Most High said in Deuteronomy 28 and 1, right?
Right.
Said, just obey his law, statutes, and commandments. Well, what do we do? Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes.
To do some of them.
To do all his commandments and statutes.
All his commandments and statutes. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Right.
And all these curses shall come upon thee.
These are the curses that are upon us, man. The curses that are upon us is because we didn't do the work of the Most High like this is supposed to.
Right.
This is what's going on. And this is why. Go ahead.
It's like I was
Huh?
sneeze a little bit. I sneeze a little bit.
This is if you would do what the Most High told you to do in the first place, then we wouldn't have to go through all this. Finish reading all that.
It's like at verse 16.
Right.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thy be in the city, man.
Right.
We're gonna be cursed because of the things that we've done against the Most High. You know, the Most High is cursing us in the city now. Cursing where else?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall I be in the field, man. I feel this is like every place we go, gardening, farming, anything that we do, man, in the field, it's going to be a curse to us, man. Go ahead.
Oh, in verse 17, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Sad. You know, this is like, no matter how hard we try, man, no matter, I mean, it's always gonna be somebody up in here. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get on the I'll get on the opposite side, on the oppressor side. And what would I do? I'll just join them. That way I won't have to be cursed anymore. You don't even know that you still cursed.
Right.
All your green dollars,
Damn.
all your green money, you still walking under a curse. Man.
Right. Damn.
Finish read.
Verse 18.
Right.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Right.
And the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy what? The increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. And that means anything that we touch, anything that we touch, we had it.
Right.
And it's like you wonder. You sit here and you wonder. You wonder what's going on in your life. And you wonder how you can get, how we messed up like this.
Right.
Well, how we messed up? Yeah, how we messed up so bad? Yeah, there you go. How we messed up so bad, man. We messed up because we chose that. You're gonna find out tomorrow when we get in Sabbath service classes, man. We're gonna show you a little bit more about how we want to how we want to get how we want to get away from Esau. And but we didn't anybody in the chat?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, our people still up here trying their best to keep up all of the bad, evil wickedness that's found in these Christian churches up in here.
Right.
These pastors, because they're the ones who precipitated this, perpetuated to go on and on.
Right.
But that's in other words, now we're waking up to understand a little bit more. And the Most High is waking this nation up, man. He's waking our people up, man,
Right.
to letting them know. Just a little bit, slowly. Look, Babylon is falling.
Man, right.
And he's working this out to who invented the cell phone, man?
I know he's black.
You think that was an accident?
No.
The Most High did that so we can understand who we are, man. All right. Where we at? Let's see. What we got? Fierce countenance. Okay. I think we got enough of this, I think. You heard any more on that?
No, that's it.
Where are you at?
I was on other areas, but a little bit more. Like I was on 18.
Read.
And the flocks of thy sheep. That was it.
That's it?
Yeah, that was it.
Yo, any more? Read 19. What's that say?
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and shalt be when thou goest out.
You go in and go out, man. It's like you're going in. It doesn't matter. You coming and going, man. You coming in your house, going back out. You just like, yeah, okay, this is the other end. Or we're homeborn slave. That's all we meant to be.
Right.
That's all we're supposed to be. I mean, like, okay, listen. All right, let's see where we at. Are we done here? Let's get to some more. Huh?
Lashawan.
Yeah. Where you at? Sir, come here for a minute. Come here. Erase this for me. Let's go over some more. I think we get the point about the boat ride, right?
Yeah, we
get the point about ugly today. We get the point about the boat ride and all of that, don't we?
Right.
We understand how intense it could be
So all the stuff, how we are cursed, man, that's the reason why we had to go through all of this, man. But, you know, the Most High is making it so that, like I said, the advent of cell phones, that we can see things, man, and our people can get this zeal. Once we get all of that ironed out, you know, is there that? That's it on that, right? That
Yeah.
right. Let's get some understanding here. Let's get some. All right, we're gonna go through something else. You keep it. Okay. Write me. Let's do some words up here so that we can write this. See what words we got here. Let's just right. Tell you what, we're gonna go. This is something that our beginners need to know here. Give me an and the ancient. Yeah, you can make it big. That's what people see. All right. Now, right underneath it, what do you got?
We got
Now, right there above it. I'm sorry. Right there.
above.
The reason why I want you to write above because I want you to put the Syrian below it. All right. That's what is that?
That's ah.
Okay. That sound. What sound is that? The Syrian?
That's in the slight of my house.
Go ahead.
That's in the paleo, the ancient.
Yeah. We don't use paleo anymore, but we say ancient, right? Okay. Go ahead. All right. Now write the Syrian below it.
Syrian?
What would that? That's the first. When you call it the A B C D E F G, but we're calling it what?
Characters.
Hebrew characters. Something like that.
Like that, right?
All right, that's good. All right, give me a ba. Just write it up there, because people looking at your class, they want to know after we giving them some Hebrew. That's the ba, right? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. And write that a little bigger. I don't know if they can see that, Ken.
With the ball and the whole thing.
Just the ba. Here, I'll put down there. Yeah, they can see that I just meant the ba above it.
Oh, okay. It's like
Yeah, get your cap there so you'll have a. Okay, right the Syrian ba. Just trying to let people know what's going on here in the Hebrew characters, because without these characters you cannot know what's going on, how they look. People need to see this. And what do they look like? The looks like an eye looking back at the tent, you know, and the ba, you know, right? Right. Where's the ba? Where's the ancient ba? Syrian ba?
Syrian ba.
Right there. Okay.
Syrian ba.
All right, ba. What comes after that?
That's God.
God. So let's find a word. I mean, you know. Okay. I probably wrote the wrong God down before. Give me an ancient Assyrian God. I'm sorry. Let's use these words. Let's find some words that fit this. Yeah. I mean, it's like, talk about it. Yeah, right. Something like that. That'll work. Yeah, we don't want to make it look like Arabic now. All right, let's find some words just using this right here. Give me a word over here that's that would start with A word? Yeah. Well, just say it. Just say
So
it.
a word could be Abba.
Which Abba means.
Abba means father.
Write that down.
Right.
Okay. Now underline the vowel. I'm sorry, not vowel. Hebrew, not really vowels. Underline the ah in that word. And point to the eye up there so people know where it came from. That's where it came from. All right, Abba. So write that out in Hebrew to the left. I'll tell you right there. Sorry. Yeah, right to the side. Remember, we're gonna write some more down there. So Abba, spell that in the ancient. Right.
Oh, it's like I'm tripping.
Yeah, you don't want to really join them together. If you did it, I would understand it.
There we go.
But the reason why you want to do them separate is because you're saying it. Say it. Say the word. Ah, ba. All right, let's use another word. What about ba?
Another word for ba. You can,
No, just give me a word.
a word for ba. You can get.
That starts with ba.
You can get Bahashem.
Yeah, give me a shorter word.
Let's get
Bond. Get bond.
right here.
Right, put it right there. If you ain't got enough room, you can always put it up there. What does bond mean? Anybody in the audience? Let's let the audience see if they can do it for you. What does bond mean? B-A-N. So what we're using, we're showing you how to use the Hebrew connectors, showing you how to use the Hebrew characters and as they relate to words here. Okay? Go ahead. Anybody in the chat? You're not using that. Make sure you put the top over it. So, yeah. Anybody? We'll give you guys a few seconds here. Bond. But we say it all the time, but we say, say your name. If you say your name, Akazamar, say your name.
Kazamar. Banya Hawada. Banya Sha'ala.
Bond, see, he's using it. And what does that mean? Akazamar is my name, right? When you say bond, what are you saying?
Oh, you asking?
Yeah.
Oh, son.
Okay, write that down. That means son, right? Right here, yeah, right on the side, just like over there. No, I'm sorry, I see what you're saying. Right here. Right above it. Yes, you got it.
Son.
No, I'm sorry, right there.
Shalom, Bond. I don't know what to say.
Huh?
I was using that as a sentence.
Well, so that means father. Then write it out because people are looking. Give them their notes. Right? So son, so write that out in write it out in Assyrian. If you have to, you okay? You can get a chair if you need to. Big old bun. Explain that.
Okay, so we got bud, which means son. You got your B-A. This is your B-A. Your B-A right here, which is ba. And you got your na, with your N, but it's connected to the B-A, which makes bun. And this is the ending character to a na. If you look on your chart here, you got the ending characters, you got 5 ending characters, and it falls upon the na, simply because it's at the end of this word right here. So the end of characteristic gets the ending character.
So bond, right?
That's right.
Okay, now so son, let's do one. Ga. Let's do Gawaya.
Gawaya?
You can put Gawaya out there. I was gonna put Gad.
Gawaya.
Let's put Gawaya. What does Gawaya mean over there?
Nation.
Then how will we say nations?
Gawaya.
You put Gawayam up there.
Uh-huh.
Plural. Yeah, if you can write it, if you ain't got room, don't worry about it. You got? Can they see that down there?
I can see.
What about I'll put it right
Yeah,
I think it's still able to see.
here? Okay. Go ahead.
there's no problem.
So like paleo or Syrian or
Ancient. I mean, if you ain't got no room, you can always erase something up there. Gawaya is nation. And when we put the yam on it, it means that it's plural. It's always when you want to use it, it's yeah, that's right. You got to put the male version of that. Gawayam, that's good. All right. And Gawayam. Gawaya, that means that we've been talking about the two nations, right? Shanya Gawaya, or the 12 tribes. How would you say 12 in Hebrew? You want to say 12 tribes?
so like it.
Well, at least you said Shalak. If you said Shalakia, oh, that verse. What word is that? Where does Shalakia mean? Give me. Let's pronounce. Let's get Gawayam. Let's talk about. Erase that. No, Kenny, you got more room up here. Come over here. Tell me what. Write out Salakia for me. No, stand up, right up there. Man, we got people up here saying Shalak. Oh, have mercy. And some people saying ill instead of isle. Oh, Lord, help us. We need Hebrew. I don't want none of this. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about with this other stuff. What does that word mean? Spell it out in Hebrew. Maybe you can pronounce it better.
Syrian?
Ancient. I don't want people to have no excuse. You've been out of this. What do you mean? What do you mean, Shalak? You've been out of this for a while. You telling me Shalakian? Oh, have mercy. People, you can already put a big old W up there, wouldn't you? That's what you said to me. That's how I see it, Shalak. I mean, think about it. I called it, right? That means that's how I saw it. That's what I heard. We're trained to hear things correct in Hebrew. The word is not shalakia, it's salakia. When you start saying shalakia, that lets me know you really don't know Hebrew. You're really guessing at it. It's salakia. Or at least you're guessing at it. Right? All right, go ahead. So it's salakia. I'll say that. I'll buy that. Salakia. Okay, Salakia. Okay, and then what you're saying here is that what does the word Salakia mean?
Salakia means forgive me.
Forgive me, or excuse me, or I'm sorry about this, or just to mean a myriad of things.
Yeah.
But forgive me, or depends on how high up on the Hebrew archives you are.
All right.
I mean, where'd you come from? Are you a Nicodemus or are you a old publican? Which one are you? Well, you know, Nicodemus, he had a understanding. I mean, he wanted to come. That's a whole nother. Come to Christ by night because he was saying, "Excuse me, sir. Can you say? Can I explain it to you this way? You know, instead of saying, look here, man. You know, I'm nigga. We both niggas, man. Can I just have a few words with you? I don't understand what you're talking about being born again. I mean, that's how the Negroes talk about it. But excuse me, or can I go back in my mother's womb? Nicodemus was speaking that proper Hebrew, man.
I didn't think about it.
That's what he said.
Right.
He's speaking proper. He said Salakaya.
So,
Instead of saying Shalakia, he said instead of saying Shalakia, man, Shalakia.
He got it all damn wrong anyway. He said Shalakia, man. He's spitting out both tongues. Shalakia. What are you saying, man? The word Shalakia means to, excuse me, forgive me, right? Are we good on that then? So we understand that. And this is just some breakdowns right here. Some understandings of how to pronounce. I'm glad we went there to Salakia. What's some more words we have that people misunderstood how it's said? Put up there. Erase that one. You can erase anything over there. I'm just saying because we're done with that. Yeah. Sometimes people put up there, they may say, Yahweh Shema Ilatha. Ill. What the hell is ill? What is ill?
English.
How do you pronounce? Yeah. How do you pronounce it? Write that up there, man. Put "isle" up there so people understand how you're supposed to. I don't really care how you pronounce it after this. Once I teach you, if you want to be erratic enough and not to understand it, that is your understanding of Hebrew. But the word "isle," just write "il." Yeah, that's English, right? And it means what? Write it in Hebrew. Yeah. What does it mean, Kazimar?
Like when we get finished.
Yahweh Shamar, I'll Adah. What does Adah mean? You. So what you? Over you.
Right.
So I'll. Now there's another connotation of what I'll can mean also. In this case, it means over. Okay? Right? Just put over. Put it up above him. Sorry. Yeah, put it up there. Please. Bible quit shop. So that's what that word. So what? And they pronounce that word.
I'll.
Is there an ill up there anywhere on that chart up there? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, is that how the hell I hear people saying ill and shalakia? I mean, I just please don't bring that back to me no more. And if it hurts your feelings, drink some wine, get over it. I don't know. But the word is "il." How Shamar "il Atha" Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? "Il Athan," which means what's Athan? More than one use, right? Y'all.
That's right.
And Shalakia, what is it? Write Shalakia down.
Sure.
Write it down there. Write goddamn Shalakia. Write it over there. Write it over there. Shalakia. That one's gonna kill me. People, I kill me when people say Shalakia. I mean, what foreign language is that? Is that Yiddish? Because that's what you're really saying. Get into the groove, man. Shalakia. Spell that out in Hebrew, because that damn sure ain't a word. I don't even know that word. You know that word, Kazimar? Char, you know that word? Why'd you say it?
I said
it. Yeah. Did he say it? He said Shalakia, didn't he? I'm not that aloof that I did not hear. Yeah, you said Shalakia.
Just the one. Just the one.
I mean, well, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can correct. Listen, I say things wrong all the time, but I'll correct myself until I get fluent. I'm not fluent yet, but I'm striving for perfection as best I can, right? What are you doing? Write that taller than it's supposed to be, I guess. It's too small.
Too small.
Yeah, write it the size of the rest of them. Start at the top. Just start right there. There you go. Why do you want to start lower? Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Now that's better. Just be the same size, right? Like I said, I don't even want you right here. I don't even want you putting no independent connectors on a word that ain't right.
You can't screw it up no more than that. Now pronounce this word.
That's so lucky.
Say it loud and clear, Bob.
That's so lucky.
Salakia. Listen, pronounce this one.
Shalakia.
What's the difference?
That's sure.
And it sounds like right here you got some corn shucks in your mouth. Shalakia. But over here is sa. I can't help that. That's the word. It's salakia. That's what it is, right? Salakia. All right. Go up to aisle. Instead of aisle, instead of ill. I don't hear too much of that, but I hear people. I'm just trying to make it sound like Hebrew. That's all. And there are other words like that, right? There are other words, but it ain't shalakia, right?
Shalakia.
It's like Sherlock, right?
So lucky.
And so that's what you got to understand when you're dealing with words. Just like in your English language. I mean, a lot of people say you're talking proper. All I'm trying to do is, if you don't enunciate the word properly, then I'm not trying to be funny, but if you don't, then people won't understand what you're saying, right? If I said ill, it'll sound like somebody sick or something. But say the woman's greeting.
Shalom. Yahweh. Shema. Ayel. Atah. Bashem. Yahweh Shah.
If they're talking to more than one,
Alatan.
say it over.
Yahweh Shalom. Yahweh Shema. Alatan.
Right, exactly. So the alatan, the atah is plural. So to watch over. So you're saying, but if I said shalom, Yahweh Shema ilatah, I look at you sideways like, you got to understand that when people hear that language, this is our language, or when you're trying to learn a language, people hear, it's like Captain Zariak when he put out that report where he had people reading, the words were all spelled wrong, right? They spelled backwards and wrong. Anybody got that? I don't know if you got it in your phone. It's backwards and wrong, were they not? They were spelled wrong. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And you still got the gist of it, and that's because you don't need the word necessarily spelled right. You just can hear it. The hearing is more important, right? You can, in your mind, the word is all. You'll spell it right in your mind, right? But in this case right here, you have to have the word spelled exactly right so people can enunciate and pronounce it right, right? Look up enunciate in your
Enunciate.
Yeah, enunciate. So we're almost at the end of class. Sure, if you don't mind, give me some reading over there, please. Water.
Oh, yeah.
Quite good. You know.
All right, this is the definition of enunciate.
Read that.
Hell no.
What you got?
Sorry, this is tripping. I'm trying to find. All right, third person pass. It's not giving me a word.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me try to look for another one. Select. Let's see. I got you selected.
Go ahead.
All right, enunciate. The announcement of the incarnation.
Give me another part of that definition.
Damn,
Get off that one. Hey, let's leave that one
you
alone.
got some weird.
Not. I think you're talking about the enunciation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I look up
That's
enunciate,
Catholic.
then when I look up enunciate,
Yeah, look up enunciate. Right.
it's giving me.
What to pronounce.
All right, there it is.
There you go.
This is right. Announce something.
Yeah.
There it is.
To
announce
what?
I said announce something.
To announce something properly, right? The right way. Don't give me that Catholic stuff talking about that's the like I think that's some sort of God of the enunciation.
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm
something.
saying.
Hey, I know. I've seen a lot of shit. Anyway, but that ain't what we're talking about. In other words, you gotta say the word right so people can understand it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
So to pronounce, look up the word pronounce. Let's get this straight. I don't want to leave no bad taste in the mouth.
Pronounce.
Right.
Make the sound of a word or part of a word in the correct or particular way.
Read that again.
to make a sound of a word or part of a word in the correct or particular way.
Sa, not God damn it, Sha. Pardon my language. But I just want to be very, very understanding that you cannot say this wrong and expect it to be heard right. That makes sense?
Right.
Say that again. Read it again.
To make the sound of a word or part of a word in the correct or particular way.
Incorrect.
In the correct
In the
or
correct.
particular way.
It said correct way. So don't be saying shalakia. Say salakia. Did we get this clap? I mean, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just telling you like it is. Did I say anything wrong? Did I hurt your feelings? No. Hell no. It just
I know how to spell it, I know how to write it, I know how to pronounce
what you said,
it.
shalakia.
I ain't say no shit
I
I might be southern,
can
but
roll
I ain't say no
the
shit.
tape back.
We gotta roll that back.
It doesn't matter, but the point
That's a
is,
good example.
the point is, you got the example, right? I mean, people do it all the time.
Right, I know exactly what a lot of people.
I roll that tape back now.
We can roll it back, right? We can roll that thing back. Sure.
Say it again. What?
Shit like I might be country, but I ain't sure.
Hey, this wait, right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. People in the country may say shalaki. I mean, you know what they're saying. Go
Some
ahead.
people just say lucky.
Some people say locky, but my point, locky.
I lucky, man.
But I'm trying to get it like when you spell in Hebrew grass, I can't go around saying lakia, man. Lakia. I can't say shalakia. I gotta say somebody. I'm just teaching. I have to teach this. Listen, I'm a Hebrew teacher, and to teach it right, you have to spell it right and teach it right.
Right.
And then after that, you can, if you want to, Yahweh Shemar. I don't thought about Shemi Shah. Yahweh Shemar. A lot of people we don't want to hear them ill. Won't say no. Say Salakia. You know. We don't want to hear Shalak. We want to hear Salakia, right? Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah. I mean, I said that in a way that you understood what I'm saying, right? But I definitely didn't say it. I said it in the country way. I guess in a UPK way. I guess that's what you want to say, right? Okay, are we done? Let's clap it up for class, right? All right. Let's close out class. Give me some announcements here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're the IGPK, star of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in the book of Numbers, 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means a tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashra. A tenth of every penny of any it's like a tenth of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest fund, that's a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory, but whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocation is the feast, the memorial blowing of the trumpet, right? Which is on the Friday, September 15th, 2023. You can read about that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23.
I believe it's actually September 3rd, as Captain Asha said, but we'll correct it. Go ahead.
Remind Akin and Akwakin to check the bulletin board in the hallway if any brother wants to become a trooper in the school to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, war scarf, etc. With that, then the Israel's
Lights out. Come on up. Let's
close class out. Go
And
ahead.
this was Mach Shabbat, Mach Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. That's a top, saw face the sisters. In Israel, Mach Shabbat, Mach Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashem Yahshua. With that,
That's my job.
that's the top. That bitch stop by himself.